I think you might have noticed this strange behavior regarding these agentic systems that are available today. Sometimes they give you the right answer, but when you look at how it got there, it makes absolutely no sense. Or worse, it solves a simple problem using 5 different tools when it could have done it in one step. So now the question is the AI actually good or is it just lucky? Because in traditional ML systems, the evaluation was simple. You had input, model, and output, and you just compared the answer with the ground truth. But with these modern AI systems, especially agents, things are very different. Now, the model is not just answering, it is thinking, planning, calling tools, retrieving information, and sometimes even correcting itself. So, if something goes wrong, what exactly do you measure? Do you check the final answer, the reasoning, the tools it used, or how efficient it was? And this is where most people get confused. And in this video, we are going to fix that. We will break down how to actually evaluate agentic AI systems in a way that makes sense, not just academically, but practically. And by the end of this, you'll have a clear mental model to judge any AI system, not just by what it says, but by how it behaves. We need to understand one critical shift here, because the way you used to evaluate machine learning no longer works. Let's start with the traditional step. In classic machine learning, like I said, everything is simple. You give an input and the model processes it and you get an output. That's it. Input, model, and output. And the evaluation is straightforward. You just compare the output with the correct answer. If it matches, the model is good. And if it doesn't, the model is wrong. Simple. But let's look at what happens with modern AI agents. The moment you give an input, the system doesn't just respond, it starts thinking. It breaks the problem into steps. It chooses to search for information, call an external tool, analyze the result, and then refine its answer. So instead of a straight line, you kind of have a loop, a process, a sequence of choices. And suddenly, input model output approach does not work. Here is the problem. If the final answer is correct, does that mean the system is good? Well, not necessarily, because it might have used the wrong reasoning, it might have taken unnecessary steps, or it might fail completely on a slightly different input. So the old way of evaluation, only looking at the final answer, is no longer enough. To truly evaluate an agent, you need to evaluate the entire journey, not just where it ended, but how it got there. Because you are no longer evaluating an answer, you are evaluating a process. So if we can't rely on the final answer, then what should we actually measure? So now we know that we can't just evaluate the final answer anymore. We need a better way to judge AI systems. And here's a simple mental model that solves this. Think of agent evaluation in 4 layers. Not 1, not 2, but 4. Each layer answers a different question. The first layer is output. Did the model give the correct answer? This is what most people focus on. And yes, it's important, but it's only the surface. The second layer, however, is reasoning. We try to answer that whether the model thought correctly or not. Because an AI can get the right answer with completely wrong logic, and that's quite dangerous. The third layer is behavior, where we answer whether the agent acted correctly. We ask questions like, did it choose the right tools? Did it avoid unnecessary steps? And did it interact with the system properly? Because agents don't just think, they take actions. And finally, the fourth layer is the system, where we answer the question, is the AI actually usable in the real world? Is it fast enough? Is it cost efficient? Is it reliable? Because even a correct AI is useless if it's too slow or too expensive. So instead of asking, did it give the right answer, you now ask 4 questions. Was it correct? Was it logical? Was it efficient in behavior? And was it practical to use? And this is how you evaluate modern AI systems. Most people generally stop at the first layer or output. Experts evaluate all 4. And that's the difference between a demo and a production-ready AI system too. Remember, a good AI gives the right answer and a great AI gets there the right way. Now, let's break down each of these 4 layers and see how they are actually measured in practice. We'll start with the first layer, that is output evaluation. And this is the most familiar one, where we answer, did the model give the correct answer? At first glance, this feels easy. You just compare the model's output with the expected answer. If they match, it's correct. If they don't, it's wrong. But with modern AI, this becomes very tricky. Because unlike traditional models, LLM don't always give the same wording. Two answers can mean the same exact thing and still look completely different. So if you rely on exact matching, you'll mark correct two answers as wrong. And here's the problem. So instead of strict matching, we move to semantic evaluation, where we answer, does the answer mean the same thing? Not is it identical, but is it correct in meaning? Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Sometimes there is no single correct answer. For example, summarization, explanation, open-ended questions don't have a single correct answer. So how do you evaluate those? You can't rely on fixed ground truth anymore. And that is where a powerful idea comes in, using another LLM as a judge. You give it the question, the model's answer, and ask it to score things like correctness, clarity, and completeness. Now, suddenly, evaluation becomes flexible, but also a bit subjective. So, at the output layer, you're balancing between exact correctness, semantic similarity, and judgment-based evaluation. And each one has its own trade-offs, which mean even something as simple as is the answer correct is no longer that simple. Remember, correctness is no longer binary, it's contextual. But this layer also has its own limitations. An answer can be correct but poorly explained. An answer can be correct but not grounded in facts. And an answer can be correct but achieved through wrong reasoning. So if you only evaluate output, you can easily be misled. If you want to see a tutorial on the implementation of LLM as a judge, you can go to this link above and then check it out. However, we'll move to the next layer. Now, let's go one level deeper, reasoning evaluation. Because here's something most people don't realize. An AI can give you the correct answer, but for the completely wrong reason. And that should bother you. Imagine asking the model, what is 17 times 24? It gives you the correct answer. Sounds good, right? But when you look at its step, it made mistakes in the middle and somehow still landed on the right number. That's not intelligence, that's luck. And in simple cases, luck might work, but in complex cases like medical advice, financial reasoning, or coding, this becomes dangerous. Now, we ask a deeper question. Not just is the answer correct, but did the model think correctly? And this is what reasoning evaluation is about. We want to verify, are the steps logically consistent? Does each step follow from the previous one? And is there any hallucination in the reasoning? But here's the challenge. Reasoning is not always visible. Sometimes the model doesn't show its step. So we need techniques to bring reasoning out. And that's where methods like chain of thought prompting, step-by-step generation, and self-consistency comes in. They may force the model to reveal how it thinks. And once you can see the reasoning, you can evaluate it step by step. But in modern AI, getting the answer right is not enough. The path to the answer matters just as much. So to summarize, to evaluate reasoning, we don't just look at the final step. We inspect the entire chain, step by step. We check whether the steps are valid. We check whether there are any logical jumps or not. And we check whether the model is making any assumptions or not. And in advanced system, we even use another AI to verify each step. Remember, a correct answer with wrong reasoning is a hidden failure. So now we've evaluated the answer and the reasoning, but agents don't just think, they act. So we need to go to the behavior evaluation of it, and we'll discuss this in the next part. So like I said, the third layer is the behavior evaluation. And this is where things change completely. Because until now, we were only looking at what the model says. But like I said, agents don't just talk, they act. They use tools, they make choices, they interact with the system. So now the question becomes, did the agent behave correctly or not? We'll take a simple example. You ask an agent, find the weather in Kathmandu. Now, a good agent should call a weather API, get the result, and return a simple answer. But what does a bad agent do? It might search the web unnecessarily, call multiple tools for the same task, repeat steps, or even hallucinate the answer instead of using tools. Now, here's the key idea. Even if both agents give you the correct answer, their behavior can be completely different. And that matters because behavior determines cost, speed, reliability, and scalability. So, in behavior evaluation, we don't just ask was the answer correct, we ask was the process efficient and correct or not. We measure things like did it choose the right tool, did it avoid unnecessary actions, did it follow the optimal path, and did it repeat or loop unnecessarily. Because in real systems, an agent that is slightly inefficient can become extremely expensive and scale. So even if the output is perfect, bad behaviors can still make the system unusable, and that's why this layer is critical. In simple terms, output tells us what it said, reasoning tells us how it thought, and behavior tells us how it acted. Remember, correct output does not guarantee correct behavior. In production systems, behavior is often more important than correctness because every extra tool costs money, every delay reduces user experience, and every loop increases failure risk. So, an agent that behaves poorly is not scalable even if it is accurate. So, now we've evaluated the output, the reasoning, and the behavior, but there is still one final layer. And the final layer is system evaluation. And this is the layer most people completely ignore because up until now, we've been focusing on correctness, reasoning, behavior. But there's one more question that decides everything in the real world. Is this system actually usable at scale? Let's say your agent is correct, logically sound, and behaves efficiently. Sounds perfect, right? But now imagine this. It takes 30 seconds to respond. It costs $2 per request, and it fails 1 out of every 10 times. Would you deploy it? Probably not, because in real systems, performance is not just about intelligence, it's about practicality. So, in system evaluation, we measure things like latency, answering how fast does the system respond, cost, answering how many tokens or API calls does it consume, reliability, answering how often does it fail or break, and scalability, answering can it handle 10 users or 10 million users. And this is where many AI projects fail, not because the model is wrong, but because the system is not usable. So even if an AI system or AI agent performs well in isolation, it still needs to pass the system test. Answering, is it fast enough? Is it cheap enough? And is it stable enough? Because at the end of the day, you're not just building a model, you are building a product. Remember, a great model is useless if the system around it is not scalable. And most AI failures in industry are not model failures. They are system failures, meaning they're too slow, or they're too expensive, or they're too unstable. That's why system evaluation is the final gate before deployment. So when you evaluate modern AI systems, you're not just asking one question anymore. You're asking four, because intelligence alone is not enough. The real question is, can this AI actually work in the real world? So in this video, we broke down something most people completely misunderstand: how to actually evaluate agentic AI systems. We started with the basic idea that you can't just look at the final answer anymore, because modern AI systems don't just respond. They think, they plan, they use tools, and they act. So instead of one simple metric, we now need 4 layers of evaluation. First, we looked at output evaluation. Is this answer correct? Then reasoning evaluation. Did the model actually think correctly? Then behavior evaluation. Did the agent act efficiently and use tools properly? And finally, system evaluation. Is the entire setup fast, cheap, and reliable enough to use in the real world? And when you combine all 4, you start to see something important. AI evaluation is no longer about checking answers, it's about understanding systems. Because a model that is correct but slow or expensive or logically flawed is not really useful in production. So the next time you look at an AI demo, don't just ask, is it working? Also try to ask, is it correct, logical, efficient, and scalable? Because that is how real AI systems are judged. So if you found this helpful, do write down in the comment below, and I'll try to continue this series by breaking down how these agents are actually built, step by step, from simple to production grade systems. So make sure you're subscribed, because the next one will take this from theory to real implementation. And if you want to go deeper into Agentic AI, comment below which part confused you the most, and I'll build the next video around that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.